All right, what's good with it, everybody? MP in the house, Mystical Path. Hope you guys are doing well out there. I'm starting a new journey today. I'll be doing YouTube blogs and things like that, videos to kind of help out the bros um, with certain subjects uh, and wisdom that I've acquired on my journey and that I've taken and got from other brothers and elders, you know, and some of the things that they taught me also. So, and I'll be doing a series of videos on a series of subjects or whatever. Um, 1 to 2 videos per day, or maybe just a video every other day or something like that, because I'm starting a new journey in my life also. So, I'm gonna get right into it. Today's video, I'm gonna discuss upgrading your DNA through semen retention. And for you guys that don't know what semen retention is, or maybe some of you've heard of it uh, from a lot of these speakers on YouTube that talk about it, or the NoFap community, or some. It's related to that. But basically, semen retention is when you hold in your sperm, when you resist ejaculation, when you're during intercourse, when you're with a woman. And basically, uh, what semen retention, some of the benefits of semen retention and how it helps you to upgrade your DNA is it makes you more sharper. It makes you sharper as a man. It helps you to give your attention to your purpose and to things in your life that matter. It makes you stronger. It makes you more spiritually aware. It helps you to uh, uh, strengthen your auric field, the your astral body that's around you. And I think it's necessary today. Somewhat of a taboo subject because a lot of men are afraid to discuss it, or they don't know a whole lot about it. But um, one of the ways you upgrade yourself using semen retention, it basically boils down to you in your life being disciplined. And that comes through you got to work on yourself every day. And you have to begin to eliminate things in your life that take you from your higher self. For a lot of men, the number one bully in our life is lust. Whether they want to admit it or not, that's fine. But I know for a fact the majority of men that I've met on my journey and spoken with, and that I know in my life, even currently, the number one subject that we discuss, or that most men deal with, is it's how to get women, how to have more sex with women, how to impress women, why you can't get women, and all these other things, which really boils down to lust, which really boils down to being overtaken by your lust, which is a negative, because it stifles your life. It stifles your life. It stifles your financial life when you're undisciplined, and when you don't have control over your physical hungers, which sex is a physical animalistic hunger because we're animals. But as humans, as human beings, we're supposed to be above the animals, which means we're not just entirely controlled by our um, instinctive animalistic desires. We have another consciousness that helps us to govern our flesh. And it's crazy because I can think about all the times in my life. I can think about every situation, like the those highly negative situations that I've been in my life that brought me almost to the point of desperation, had to do with a female, had to do with sex or lust, whether it came in the form of pornography, whether it came in the form of FAP, whether it came in the form of uh, lustful negative thoughts or whatever. It just brings you low. Then you get involved. You mess around and get involved with somebody that's not good for you. You get involved with a woman that's a soul snatcher, and we're gonna talk about that too, because everything is spiritual. That's why I named this channel Mystical Path. But you get involved with a soul snatcher, a body snatcher, and then you're pretty much done. You're pretty much a zombie. You're dead because they've taken all your energy. They've taken all your life force. But when you learn how to control yourself and cultivate your sexual energy by meditation, discipline, being active in other areas of your life, prayer, diet. When you cultivate your sexual energy, then you can fully blossom and connect with your higher consciousness. That's how that. But the for men, pretty much the only way to do that is to sexually discipline yourself by retaining your semen, and then you upgrade your DNA. All the memories of your past lives and all these other things, then they come to surface, and then you get a clearer understanding of what your purpose is while you're here now. But as long as you continually spill out your seed by being lustful, you're going to attract bad luck in your life. And I know this for a fact. I've been through it. I know people that's currently going through it. And it's just not a good thing, man. It's just not a good thing. I mean, you're out here, spending all your time and your energy trying to impress uh, a bunch of females, and which honestly, and not all of them, but a lot of them. I'm just gonna come straight with you. You're out here spending a lot of time trying to impress and make money to buy expensive things to attract a bunch of women or a bunch of females that's gonna snatch your soul, that are soul snatchers. And many of the things, much of the misfortune that we attract into our lives as men, we invite it because we're undisciplined sexually. And that's a fact. Like I said, pretty much every guy I know struggles with it. Um, but when you can gain control over it and gain control over your animalistic nature, not meaning, it doesn't mean that you totally eradicate or totally want to eradicate your sexual energy or sexual desires, because that's what makes us who we are as men. But it means that you get to a point in your life where you can where you've conquered that sexual bully that is constantly sun up to sundown, which is constantly pushing you to extract your sexual energy, your sperm, your semen, which is pretty much water and blood. You know, and I'm going to get more in depth in videos to come, but uh, before I end this video, there's because I'm going to do a part 2 to this, but there's two specific guys that I can recall in my life that had almost magical powers. And I'm not religious at all. You know, I'm not into any religion, but I do like certain texts from certain religions. I do study, you know, like the Torah, the Quran, Ultras Hasis. I just messed that whole word up. But the Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki, and I'm on all that. But there's two guys in particular that I can think of right now. These guys were a major influence on me when it came to my spiritual path, because they, man, like I said, it's almost like they possess magical powers or whatever. They could read your thoughts. Highly empathic, intuitive, psychic abilities, in which every human has these things, but theirs would just seem to be heightened. And I vividly remember that anytime I got into a conversation, and these were two different people within two different states or whatever, but they're highly spiritual. But every time I would speak to them about like the spiritual realm, the etheric realm, and how to elevate in the spiritual realm, they both would always tell me, no sex. No sex. Which is highly difficult if you're in the habit of having, if you have a bad pornography habit, or if you're in the habit of sleeping with multiple women. And if not even that, I mean, if you're in the habit of spilling your seed constantly, every day you're doing it, you're spilling your seed, be it if you're with a woman or you're watching porn or something, you're touching yourself or something like that, you're not going to reach that spiritual level of enlightenment. It ain't going to happen for you. You know, you have to be disciplined. And then another reason why I feel it's necessary to start doing these videos and being on this journey or whatever is because we're living in crazy times. And so if you're weak, you know, physically, that's one thing, but if you're spiritually weak, mentally weak, uh, you have a weary soul or whatever, you're not going to survive out here. It's 2020. If you don't begin to discipline yourself now, because we live in such uncertain times, so you have to begin now to upgrade yourself, upgrade your DNA. Uh, you have to begin now to retain your semen. You got to do whatever it takes, and man, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be so hard, but you can do it. I've done it before. I've done it before, and I'm starting over. I know it can be done, but you have to have a major belief in yourself that you can do it, and then you have to pray to the universe, or go within, pray to the light, the supreme entities, the supreme entity. You know, and pray for the assistance of the spiritual angelic beings to help you, because that's the only way you're going to upgrade yourself and elevate and blossom into a full man. But if you keep spilling your seed and not retaining your semen, because this is your God-given creative potent force, when you just you're just releasing with no care, it makes you weak, it makes you sluggish, you're irritated real easy. And if you're like me, I already have a bad temper. When you get into not being disciplined with your seed, it makes you irritable, highly irritable. Somebody can say hello to you, and you just pop. You ready to swing on somebody just for saying hello to you. That's because you're out of balance. I'm speaking on these things because I know about these things. So we're going to talk more about it. Again, Mystical Path. Salute to all my brothers out there. Stay on the path. I got more content coming your way. Be sure to subscribe. Click the like button. Share the video. I'll see you soon.